Hello there, dear listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Organize with Grace, a podcast dedicated to help you explore and navigate the journey of decluttering and downsizing at midlife and beyond. I am your host, Grace Ramon, and if this is your first time here, welcome. If you're a returning listener, thank you so much for coming back. And in today's episode, it is all about mindful consumption during the holiday season. I got the nickname of Killjoy from my niece years ago when I used to make fun of her music by singing it funny and making up words in place of the original lyrics. And she would roll her eyes and be like, "You're such a killjoy when it comes to my music." And my dear niece, I'm sorry. It was fun then, but now I understand that it's, not that funny, especially if it's your music that you like. So if I am being a killjoy, I certainly do not intend for it that way for you. And if you would rather go shopping and listen to this episode about mindful consumption, feel free. And I am not offended at all. Have fun. But I think most of you who are listening really want to be more aware of the things that you are bringing in to your home. This holiday season doesn't help because we see lots of things that we are being tempted with. While the holidays are a time of joy and celebration, it's also a time of shopping. The season often brings with it a flurry of advertisements, promotions, and enticing and tempting deals that can sometimes lead us, and I say us, including myself, into a cycle of overconsumption and unnecessary purchases. And we're all being bombarded by these things, right? Whether by regular mail or email or social media, they are everywhere. And I understand that it's not realistic to boycott shopping altogether, although sometimes I personally feel like doing that. But we all need to go out there and buy food and other essentials, and we will be faced with all the sales and marketing ploys that these very smart marketers that companies hired to get more sales. But fear not. Dear listeners, today we'll delve into how to navigate the holiday shopping frenzy mindfully, ensuring that our purchases, as much as possible, align with our values and needs. So follow me along with this, okay? So let's start with the essence of mindful consumption. And I used to have a love-hate relationship with this word mindful because it was, or it still is, such a buzzword, and I hated using it. I was just merely annoyed by just how overused it was. But after being open to what it really means, and for me, what it really means is that I am being more aware and awake of what I'm thinking about, of what I'm doing. And a quick definition of it is that it's about being deliberate and thoughtful in our buying habits, understanding the impact of our purchases on both ourselves and even the world around us. So being mindful in this context is, as I said earlier, is about our consumption. During the holidays, the pressure to buy gifts, decorations, and all sorts of festive items can be overwhelming, right? But here's the secret. You can still enjoy the spirit of the season without succumbing to excessive shopping. And the first step towards mindful consumption is setting intentions. Yeah, here's another word I think that I had a love-hate relationship with. Intentions. And I know, totally anticlimactic, right? But it really works. It really does work. We can make it a practice to wake our minds up, to stop, to get quiet, even just for a few minutes, to listen to that still small voice instead of the TV commercials or the advertisements on social media before we go out the door. For many of us, sitting still almost feels painful because we are so used to movement. We are doers. We get things done. There is no time to sit. Sound familiar? So before diving into any shopping spree, let's take a moment to reflect on what truly matters to us during this holiday season. Is it spending quality time with loved ones? Is it creating meaningful memories? Maybe you want to support a local business or minimize waste. Whatever that may be for you, let these intentions guide you with your shopping decisions. Next, let's talk about practical strategies to guard yourself against buying unnecessary things while still being able to enjoy shopping. One powerful technique, again, anticlimactic but effective, is creating a shopping list or a budget. Not earth-shattering advice, I get it, but again, it works. And yes, you may deviate from your list at times, but the list will keep you focused because you have already made decisions about it instead of trying to make decisions on the spot with the hustle and bustle of shopping. It might sound simple, but having a clear plan helps prevent impulse purchases and keeps you, again, focused on what you genuinely need. And check out that episode before this one, episode 78, regarding impulse purchases for more reinforcement on this. Another effective approach is to practice, again, here's that word again, mindful evaluation before making a purchase. And this definitely correlates with setting intentions. So again, taking the time to think and reflect on, in this case, your consumption, perhaps thinking more about our habits and behaviors when it comes to shopping. I know that's hard because it takes some self-confrontation sometimes, and maybe we need a friend to do that with. So as you are practicing mindful evaluation, ask yourself, if I purchase this, will I use it right away? And where will I put it? And then when it comes to gift giving, we'll cover that in a little bit. But being mindful doesn't mean restricting yourself entirely. It's about making conscious choices aligned with your values. And now, gift giving. You can also consider alternative gift giving options that are more about, I hear this a lot, lots of ideas in social media about experiences or heartfelt gestures over material possessions. And I think that's a good idea, good thing to consider. And giving the gift of time, you can organize activities or create memories together. And if you are the DIY type, handmade gifts that carry a personal touch and thoughtfulness goes a long way too. And if you are not the DIY type, which I am not a lot of times, that's okay. Maybe you can find a gift that's universally liked by many. For example, gift cards. No shame in that. No shame in that at all. And I wonder, maybe opening up the conversation with loved ones will help about alternatives to giving material possessions. Okay, so I'm Filipino, and our culture, just like many other cultures, I'm sure, loved giving gifts. Even if our wallets and budgets don't love it, we simply have so much fun giving to others. The gift of time, I'm thinking, is looked upon like, why bother? I'm busy. I'd rather give a gift. So gift giving really has become overall more a tradition and habit that we don't even think twice about it, no matter what culture though. As a professional organizer, I feel like it's my duty to help you guard against potential clutter that you are bringing into your home. Okay, one last thing. Let's talk about the importance of gratitude amidst the holiday hustle. Let's take a moment to appreciate what we already have. Perhaps that's the warmth of family, the comfort of friendship, and the simple joys of life. But as we get older, I know friends tend to be fewer, loved ones pass away, and we are all faced with the reality that life is truly short. Gratitude, I believe, is such a wonderful thing to practice at this time, and at any time of the year for that matter. And I have a common saying, or you may refer to it as a mantra per se, that has helped me and my clients. And that is, I have everything I need at this moment. So whenever they're tempted to go out and buy something or grab something that was not on their list, you can say something like that in your mind, or maybe even out loud if you want to. I have everything I need at this moment. May I add, I am grateful for what I have. Cultivating gratitude can really shift our focus away from materialism towards a more fulfilling holiday experience. And remember, my friend, the holiday season isn't about the quantity of gifts or the extravagance of decorations. And I know you've heard that so many times, and I don't need to say it again because you're going to be seeing that and hearing that a lot, especially in social media. But it's true, but if giving gifts and decorations is your thing, I want you to know that it's still okay to practice mindful consumption. And ultimately, it's all about the quality of moments and the love exchanged. Well, that wraps it up for this episode of Organize with Grace. I hope these tips for mindful consumption during the holidays resonate with you and help you navigate this season with intentionality. Let's remember to reflect, to evaluate, and practice gratitude. And we will be well on our way to becoming a more mindful consumer. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend, or perhaps all your friends like you who desire to declutter for a more simple and peaceful home and life. Until next time, stay mindful and embrace the beauty of simplicity. Happy Thanksgiving, and this is Grace Ramon. Take care and stay organized.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.